Heels dancing is uplifting, it's encouraging, it makes you feel powerful.
I started dancing in heels when I was 18. I started dancing with a professional dance company called Austin City Showgirls, and these women took me from being a small Catholic school, kind of just very innocent, to truly understanding and empowering my body through movement.
I would say it's taking all of the basic fundamentals of normal dance, whether it's hip hop, it's contemporary, and you're just strapping on heels. The only thing that's added is that you have to have extra balance and core to be able to hold yourself up doing those moves.
It is based in a lot of technical things, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. I almost describe it as it's like dancing on point.
And to be honest, the choreographers who taught me how to dance in heels were two beautiful gay men. So it was different, but they taught me a lot about just feeling comfortable and confident in heels, and I think that's why I do it.
It takes, what I want to say is like the hate out of heels, because I use them for work, I use them in life, but this is now associating heels with something I love to do, and makes your legs look great. I mean, who doesn't want to look great? And just heels just adds that body structure, makes you sit up taller and more confident, and so that's what it gives me while I'm dancing, is that extra confidence.
It makes me feel really sexy. Being a mom of 3, stuff be hard.
I think I've had one woman say like, oh, I took this class because my husband doesn't find me sexy. And that broke my heart. I was just like, she started tearing up, and she's like, I'm just trying to take this class to like, you know, like make him more attracted to me. And I asked her, and I don't know if it was the right thing to ask her, but I was like, do you find yourself sexy? And she took a minute, she took a beat, and she was just like, I don't think I ever have. And I was like, well, this class isn't for him, this class is for you.
Yes, we're on the dance floor, you know, getting our life and all that good stuff, but it's important for us to have progress in our personal lives as well. So whenever I started this, it was more so of a journey of confidence boosting, but I used dance as the outlet.
The hardest thing is trying to make yourself look smooth and sexy when you're learning difficult moves, because it's already hard when you have heels on, but let alone trying to make a difficult move look effortless is one of the hardest things about dancing in heels, is making it look like it's easy.
Stability, balance, trying not to fall, while also trying to look sexy at the same time.
My first class, I wore a wedge because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna fall, and I did. Like, I think that's like what we do in life. You try something out, and you might fail, and you might fall, but over and over again, you rise up a little bit each time. So like, I started at a wedge, and then I went to like a 2-inch heel and a 3-inch, and now like I can do a 6-inch and walk confidently.
Sometimes whenever, you know, when you're thinking of doing something new, you're like, oh, how is this gonna pan out? Like, am I gonna bust my butt? Or, you know, like, I think just trusting your body, trusting your mind and your body.
I think it's important to value every person's stage at every point. And so when I teach an adult heels class, I focus really truly on making yourself feel sexy versus making someone else enjoy it. It's for you. It's not for anyone else.
Between Giannis Marshall and Aaliyah Janelle and all the other ones, like, you have these huge spectrums of like this technical dancer who's dancing in heels versus like, hey, let's get ratchet. So like, I like to be that medium because, man, I love to get ratchet, but man, I've spent way too much money and time on this technique just to not. So whenever I bring it in, I find this balance of like, hit the music, but just feel.
You do need to have a sense of technique, and majority of the time, a lot of the heels classes aren't age appropriate for girls to take for 18 and up. So when I do teach at a younger age heels classes, I focus on the jazz technique side and try to bring that in while also empowering that strong feminine energy where they're pulling their shoulders down and around and presenting themselves tall, elongating their lines, making pictures. And then versus stiletto, like my heels adult classes, I focus on tapping into something that's a little bit deeper and where they're connected to their body in another way.
There's just no other feeling I can replicate in my body more than putting on those heels and just vibing, just melting. I mean, I used to go out downtown, not even in my heels, but just to go out to the club and dance. But then when I'd come to class, or when I come to the studio and I put my heels on, that's when I come alive, when I just have the space and I just get to fill the room with my energy.
There's tons of classes that you can do technique and stuff like that for days, but I think there's always necessary, like a necessity for empowerment. So